Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Prince Automation Destination. This is Prince. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to talk about a new automation tool, Vibium, which has recently been introduced by Huggins, the developer of Selenium, and now the developer of Vibium as well. So what this tool is about? So this tool is available in multiple forms, meaning it can be accessed from CLI, can be accessed via any AI tool with the help of MCP protocol, as it is available in the form of MCP server. Also, it is available in the form of library. So it can be accessed from TypeScript or JavaScript based framework, and then it can be accessed from Python based framework. So without further delay, let me jump onto the discussion. So what is Vibium? So this is a client which makes browser automation easy for AI agents and humans, meaning it is developed in such a way that it can be accessed from any AI tool with the help of MCP protocol and can be integrated in the form of library in automation frameworks based on TypeScript or JavaScript as well as Python. It internally uses WebDriver BiDi protocol, which is a W3C standard for communication. So this is the same protocol which is being used by Selenium 4. So let us talk about what is WebDriver BiDi. So if we talk about the Selenium history, right? So in Selenium was introduced in 2004, and at that point of time when it was started, so they used to inject JavaScript into the pages, and this is how they perform the automation. Then the concept of WebDriver was introduced to perform the operation with the help of driver exes. Then comes CDP era, which was from 2017 to present, and CDP stand for Chrome Dev Protocol, which allows bidirectional protocol, because WebDriver was one-way communication. It will perform the operation, meaning from the automation tool we are performing some operation, it will give the response, but there is no communication from browser to the client, right? Then introduced CDP, which performs bidirectional communication. So now we can get access to the logs, network request in the real time, right? And this CDP was Chrome specific. Then at that point of time, W3C comes into picture, and it said that let us develop it as a standard. And this is where WebDriver BiDi came into picture, and it offers bidirectional like CDP, which is using WebSocket, right? And then it standardized it like a W3C standard, and this is available for the cross browser. So same thing Vibium is using. So Vibium internally using this particular WebDriver BiDi. So whenever we are trying to perform an operation, so it is happening via BiDi protocol. So now talking about mods. So it has CLI mode, TypeScript or JavaScript based mod, where we can use it as a library, Python based flavor, and then MCP based flavor, right? In the current lecture, we are going to talk about TypeScript and JavaScript based flavor. CLI has issues. I'll be going to show you those issues as well. Then what are the components? So when we use Vibium, as like in Selenium, there is no need to download the Chrome driver exe. Similarly, in this case, we don't need to have Chrome browser itself. It automatically download Chrome for testing, right? This is happening because of BiDi. Then BiDi proxy. So this is WebSocket server that routes command to the browser. So whenever we perform any operation using Vibium, so this is happening via BiDi proxy. So when we will be talking about MCP server, so it uses standard input-output interface for LLM agents. So using MCP protocol, they will be talking to the browser. Then in Vibium, there is a auto wait mechanism. So it automatically poll for the elements as like Playwright has before interacting. Also, it gives the screenshot. Overall, this Vibium is pretty much in immature state and will be becoming mature with the time. So why Vibium? AI native. As soon as you will install Vibium, you will get 22 commands. As of now, only 5 are available, but they are working, right? This is the latest information as per the README document. But when I'm using the library, so there are only 5 or 6 tools. Zero configuration, you don't need to download or install browser. It will automatically takes care of it. And this is a standard W3C protocol, right? WebDriver BiDi, and it is lightweight. So whenever you'll be installing it, at that point of time, it will be downloading a 10 MB exe or binary, and it is flexible as it can be accessed from CLI, MCP, or library, right? So this is the architecture. So this is Vibium library, which can be accessed from MCP server, from CLI, right? So whether you perform operation via LLM or you perform operation from libraries, it is going to perform browser interaction, right? So this is it, right? Now let me go to the official page, right? So if you want to use it from the CLI, right? So the first thing is you need to install Vibium. So let me show you that it has issues. So they might be working on this. npm install -g Vibium. So we will be able to install Vibium, right? But the next thing, right, as soon as we will try to install this particular skill at this point of time, we are getting issue. It is saying that Vibium is not a skill. So it internally uses the skills. So you see, this Vibium is not a skill. However, vibe check is a skill, right? Because after installing this only, what it is saying is we can perform these operations, right? So if I now try to copy and paste this particular command, you will see that Vibium is not recognized because it is not able to add Vibium skill to this particular Vibium library, right? Whatever we have downloaded, right? So let us not talk about CLI. Whenever CLI would be available, we'll be coming back to this, right? Now let us talk about uh, like how to create a TypeScript or JavaScript based framework, right? So for that purpose, if you have Visual Studio, then it's well and good. Otherwise, you can create create a folder. Then you can create a JS based file and so on, right? So for this, right, in order to get started with Vibium, if you want to access it using CLI, MCP or TS or JS based framework, then we should have Node. And if you want to access via Python, then we should have Python installed, right? So now as we're going to start with TypeScript and JavaScript based, so first of all, we should have Node installed and it should be greater than 18 version, right? Then we need to create a project, navigate to the same folder via CMD, and then npm init -y. So whenever we create a TypeScript or JavaScript based framework, at that point of time, we write this particular command, and as a result, it creates a package.json. Then we are going to install Vibium library. So this will add a Vibium library in the package.json. Then we are going to write our first file where we'll be using the Vibium library. So Vibium library offers two type of APIs. One is sync API, another is async. Let us now jump on to the practical demonstration. For that purpose, first of all, I'm going to open Visual Studio Code, right? Then I'm going to navigate to a folder, and this is a location. You can create any folder and any directory. So here I'm going to create another folder inside this, right? And let us give it name Vibium.js, right? And open the command line terminal here, or maybe let us do one thing. Let us open or add the project into Visual Studio. For that purpose, I'm going to click on File, Add folder to the workspace, and going to navigate to this particular location, Vibium, where I have created, and then Vibium.js, right? Now I'm going to come back to this particular slide. So we created the project and navigated to CMD, navigated to same using the CMD, right? But in our case, what I've done is I have created the project, and what we did is we opened or added it into the Visual Studio Code, right? So let us open our terminal here, right? So right click on this, open an integrated terminal, right? And let us close everything else, right? What is the first thing that we need to do? As per this, we need to provide this particular command, npm init -y. It will create a package.json. So you will see package.json is created. Next thing is we need to install Vibium library because we need to use it, right? npm install Vibium. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, next thing is we are going to create a class or file, right? Let us create an internet UI, right? So we are going to create internet UI. So what so what are the operations we are going to perform on internet UI? Let me show you. So this is the website, right? So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this particular application. I'll be navigating to inputs, right? So scroll is not working. So I'll be directly navigating to this inputs. We'll be entering the IDs here, And then after I'll be navigating to checkboxes, right? And we'll be performing, click on this particular checkbox and we'll be storing the screenshots, right? So for that purpose, what I'll be doing is I'll be going to the website, right? So if we want to use it as a JS or TS client, then these are the options, right? We can use. So this is what we need. This is the first thing that we are going to put into this internet JS file, right? And then what we need to create object of this browser sync using launch, meaning we are going to launch the application, right? Or launch the browser, right? So now here the control starts, right? So we used Vibium library and we have created a variable for this, and then using launch method we are launching the browser, right? And then after we are going to like go to a particular URL, right? So what I've done is I have already copied this, right? So I'm going to copy this vibe.go and it will be navigating directly to inputs page, right? So vibe.go going to inputs page, right? And then what I'm going to do is I want to, after going to inputs page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the data into the inputs field, right? So this field, right? So for that also I have this particular code. So what I'm doing is I'm going to locate this particular field, right? So only thing that you need to remember is it is accepting CSS selector for now, right? So we have, after navigating to inputs field, we will be able to see this number field, right? So if I go once again and show you, right click on this, inspect. So you will see this is the field and its CSS selector is going to be this, and we are entering this, right? Now we want to store the screenshot as well, right? So what we can do is vibe.screenshot and let us give it name input field, right? And define it into some variable, right? Now we need to store it as well, right? So for that purpose, I'm going to use file system, right? So I'm going to copy this particular line and going to put it here, right? And using fs.write file sync, I'm going to add this particular thing, right? So I'm giving it name inputs png, right? And let us use this name, meaning this screenshot, right? So this will add the screenshot to this particular repository after execution, right? Next thing is what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to checkbox pages, right? So checkbox pages, right? So I'm seeing this text ahead because I'm having GitHub Copilot added into it, right? Next thing is for checkbox, if I go to this particular thing, what I've done is I have already have the element for checkbox, right? Okay, so I'm going to get this particular thing and going to add this, right? So these are like not fancy things. These are like normal things when we work in automation. So if I show you this checkboxes page, right? And if I go inside this and hover our mouse here, right? So this is what I am trying to locate, right? Checkboxes, right? So now what is the next thing? So we are going to click on this. Here also let us take the screenshot, right? So I'm going to copy this thing and going to paste the same and let us replace the name, right? Checkboxes, okay? And here let me provide checkboxes. Here also we can change the name, checkbox.png, right? And here also we can change, right? So whatever we'll be providing here, that will be printed here, right? That will be like the screenshot that will be like exported. It will have this name, right? At last, let us quit this, right? And let us run this. So to run this, what we need to do is we need to simply use node and this particular internet UI.js, right? So you will see it will launch the application. Inputs will be entering some data. So you see this and went to checkboxes also and selected the checkbox also, right? So if I show you, both the checkboxes are selected. For input field, this was the entry, right? So this is how we can utilize Vibium, right? And one more thing that I want to talk about is the one that we have used right now. So it offers two type of libraries. One is sync API, right? So this is what we can use. Another way is we can use async API, right? Which is a concept of TypeScript where it need to wait before performing an operation, right? So there is a concept of promise and all, right? Let us not get into it, but this is another way we can utilize this particular library. So this is what I wanted to cover, guys, as part of current discussion. Next, we will try to discuss it with Python as well as MCP server.